Hey everyone, welcome. I'm Alonda Carter and this is day one of goal setting and this is our kickoff. So number one, I'm going to talk to you about how things happen in life. Meaning, you might set up this goal for yourself and boom, something happens. It really is all about how do you approach that thing that has gotten in your way. Do you allow it to be this huge boulder, or do you consider it a little pebble and just kind of roll with it and not let it take over your life and totally, get you off course? Related to goals are priorities. And it's important for you to know for your life what pushes you to reach whatever goals you set for yourself. Myself, I am going to tell you about a couple of goals I have. Number one, I am a Beachbody coach, in case you didn't know that. I think most of you do, but in case you don't, now you do. And I have two very large goals related to my business. One is to speak on the National Wake Up Call. The National Wake Up Call is a training session that occurs every Monday morning, and I want to be one of the guest speakers. Number two is to walk across the stage at our annual conference next year. Our annual conference is called Summit. So for me to speak on the National Wake Up Call, I need to be at a certain point in my business. And right now, I'm not there. I'm working towards it. But I'm not gonna let it deter me that I'm not there, because I'm thinking, what can I do? What are steps that I can take to prepare me for when I do reach that point and I am able to achieve that goal? So I thought about it, and actually I came up with this morning, and I came up with, off the top of my head, a list of 14 titles to create for my YouTube video, my channel, and to go over some tips that I have for people who are new to Beachbody, who are new coaches. It's basically a bunch of stuff that I wish I had known, or I wish someone had told me when I started. I have been a Beachbody coach for a little bit over a year, so not a super long time, but within that time period, I have learned so much. And I want to take those little nuggets that I've learned and pass them on to others, so mistakes that I've made, hopefully they won't make the same ones, and can be like, okay, check, don't do that, or oh yeah, do that. Okay, so I want you to think about a goal and ask yourself, how does it fit into your life? And this is related to your priorities. I have 3 priorities right now. And also your priorities can change. Right now, my priorities are 1, grow myself. And that's related to my Beachbody business, because it kind of had this like little aha that is like, you know what? In order for me to get to where I want to be so that I can serve others well, I need to first pour into myself and grow. So my first one is grow myself. Second is family. My husband is extraordinarily important to me. His parents, his kids, my dogs, and actually friends of mine who are more like my family. I'm an only child. I was adopted, so I don't have, relatives that are, close to me. Relatives from my mom's side really didn't treat me well, nor did my dad's side. So I've been just kind of like this little orphan most all of my life. So family is also very important to me. And my third one is serving others. And so that you know something about me, I have been an educator basically for 19 years, whether I was a classroom teacher, teaching anywhere from 3-year-olds on through adults at the college level, or designing training for different industries. I've designed training for oil and gas, things for the banking industry, U.S. Army, and several others as well. So I have a lot of experience in taking nonsense, figuring it out so that others can learn from it. So those are 3 things that are priorities to me: growing myself, family and serving others. And as a Beachbody coach, it allows me to serve others, and it also allows me to teach others as well. And that helps me to grow myself, because as I grow my skills, I'm going to pass that on. Hence, we're having this little workshop. This is part of me giving back and serving. Also, because I'm able to do this from anywhere, this helps me stay connected with my family. Literally, right now, my husband's at our storage unit. Well, his storage unit, really, and I don't know why he has them. That's another topic altogether. But anyway, he's there. I'm here doing my thing. And there are often times when he comes home after work and, I do something related to my Beachbody business, or I'm doing it earlier, but it allows me to be focused and be here. So I'm not missing him, because when we were first married, the hours that I was working were traditional hours, and I'd get up and I'd go to the office and, come back. Him being in the restaurant industry, we were just barely passing each other. And so that was a real challenge. But now, since I work out of my home with my Beachbody business, and also still doing some instructional design right now, designing training, not all the time, it just depends on when projects come to me, and that's not something I want to do for the rest of my life, because I really found that it was sucking me dry. But I'm doing it from home, and it's allowing me to stay connected with my family. So I want you to think about, what are 3 priorities for you? And your priorities are either going to be a key priority or an intrinsic priority. If it is a key priority, then that is something that you need help with. You need accountability. If it's an intrinsic priority, you don't. You kind of naturally just kind of do it, and you don't need anybody holding your hand with it. Myself, something that is intrinsic to me is serving others. I naturally just want to teach and help other people. Something that I do need help with is growing myself. And with that, I actually have some partners that are also Beachbody coaches, and we keep each other, on course as to where we want to go and make sure that we're doing it. So I am going to add to this group, our workshop, a graphic. And I want you to take a look at it, and I want you to figure out for yourself what your priorities are, at least 3 priorities, and what these priorities are may change over time. Maybe you have a priority with your health. Maybe you have a priority with business. Maybe it is family, and it could shift to something else. But I want you to give it some thought and think of what those things are. And hopefully this graphic will help you. And then go ahead below the graphic, drop what your priorities are. And if you can think of what order they're in, first, second, third, do that as well. If you're not sure, that's okay. You can ask and we can figure that out. Thank you so much for being here. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.